Hey Jackalls, today I'll show you how to make a space cowboy, and you can use this method to apply to any object that you want to show as a laser. Now let's get digital. To show you the basics, I'll be using this clip, and then for the cowboy, I'll be showing you the speed painting process at the end. So now let's go into the Fusion page. We need just a few nodes. We need a merge node that will go inside here, a background node, so that we can change the color, and the main node will be mask paint. And we connect it like that. Now in the mask paint node, you don't need to change the color. The color that will be visible is this one. So you can change the color of this to anything that you want. And if you don't like it, you can just change it anytime that you want. Now in the mask paint node, you don't need to change anything at the top. Just make sure that this is selected, so multi-stroke. Then you'll be switching between the color and the eraser if you need to. The only thing that you will want to change is in the brush controls. I've used the soft shape, but you can also use this one if you want to. And you will have to change the size based on the rope thickness. So in this case, the default may be good. Now at this point, I don't suggest you do this with the mouse. You can, but I suggest you do this with a graphics tablet. Why? Well, two reasons. One, mouse is not ergonomic, and two, you will need to change the opacity if you use a mouse, because currently, as you can see, this is at 100%, and you maybe want to lower this down to maybe 15%. So now that we lower the opacity, we'll be able to have faint lines and go over them to get a different effect. So while you can use a mouse, it's not as effective. So I'll be setting this back to full, and I'll be using the graphics tablet because it does have pressure sensitivity. And now if I use it, you can see that I get even better control than what I had with the opacity set to 15%. Of course, you can zoom in. You can also disable the views. If you have two of them, you can click this button to only have one and drag this down so you only see this. So just to show you what I mean by pressure sensitivity, and at the end you really have to push to get the maximum value. So that's why I suggest you have a pen tablet, and if you make a mistake you can simply erase it. Depending on how fast the footage is, like in case of the cowboy, you won't need to erase anything, but in this case, because it's slowed down, I would need to erase some things to make it look better. Now this is all nice, but it doesn't look like a laser. So what we can do is add some nodes. Well, we only need to add one. If you add more of them, that's up to you. So what I've added is a soft glow node. Now that I've added the soft glow node, you can see that this will now start to make changes. But currently what we've painted is just on top of the rope. We don't actually see it. So to fix that, we'll go to the merge and we'll change the apply mode. So in the cowboy example, I've chosen overlay. Let's see how this looks. Now to get the added effect, what you can do is copy the merge node, paste it, and simply connect the glow node. And now in this one, you'll want to apply color dodge and adjust the blend. This will get you the shining effect, but it depends on how much you actually color in. So if I go to the mask paint, you'll see that it doesn't immediately start to shine. But the more you paint over, then it starts to really shine. So you can get a precise control if you use a tablet. With the mouse you can also achieve this, but it will take you a bit longer. Now if this is not enough for you, you can copy this merge again and connect it a second time. And if you want to, you can now change the apply mode to something else. And now you can simply try the combinations so you can see how it looks like. And if you don't like the color, simply go to the background and change it to what you want. As you can see, switching to a blue color doesn't make it look good. So you can start by switching the last merge node, no difference. The second one, Still no difference, so let's maybe lower the blend on to original node. Maybe something like that, and then we can start enabling the other nodes and see what we actually get. Now in this case it looks a bit off, so let me go to the second frame, which is what we'll also have to do. Currently I'm in the first frame. Just make sure that the mask paint node is selected, use the arrow key, and now you'll have to repeat the process, as you can see. So whatever you had on the first frame, you'll have to do in the second one. Now let's see if this looks any better, and I think it does. What is annoying if you paint with a digital tablet is that if you have a small space, like inside here, and you don't do it quickly, you can get the smudge like this. Maybe something like this, but I don't really like this color, so let me change it to something else. Maybe a flame one. This one looks okay. Maybe we could also adjust the blend. Something like that. And that's basically it. But as you can see, the look between the two is quite different. So make sure that you use the same tools when you make this. And the same pressure if you use a digital pen tablet. And that's it for today. I'll be leaving you with the cowboy speed editing process, and I'll see you in the next video.